Make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes and take 3 deep cleansing breaths. You are in a field that is familiar to you, and there is no moon above you. It is very dark this evening, darker than you remember the field being before when you had visited. You look up, but even the stars seem not to shine tonight. You think it must be midnight. You see the well, as you always do, and the field around you. And this gives you some comfort. It is frigidly cold. There are snowdrifts all around you. They are thick and white with swirly patterns that look almost like sand dunes in the dim light. You realize that you have come here in a thick cloak of dark material. It fits you perfectly, and you take a moment to feel the texture of the fabric and note its color. As you look around, you notice the snow and ice-covered trees make beautiful patterns in the dark sky. You begin to walk toward the forest and realize the snow is at least a foot deep. You suddenly feel alone and lonely. The only sounds you hear are the crunching of the snow under your feet and your breath and breathing that is coming hard with the effort to cross the field. The path you usually take to get to the cottage of the deities is hidden by the snow and impossible to find. So you move instead into the forest in search of the grove and the magic mirror. As you walk on, you begin to feel tired and frustrated. Take a moment to acknowledge these feelings without judgment. What once seemed like an easy task is very difficult tonight. You have been to the grove often enough to remember how to get there, but no matter how long you walk tonight, you cannot seem to locate it. The branches of the trees in the forest sway, dancing above you and groaning under the weight of the snow. Time seems to go on forever as you continue to listen to the snow crunch beneath your feet. As you move further into the forest, your cloak gets caught on the gnarled branches of the low shrubs and trees. Even the taller trees seem to be pulling at you. It is growing darker and colder as things seem to close in on you, and it gets harder to see. Snow is falling again, and it steadily worsens as you walk deeper into the forest. You feel the familiar sting of your own fear starting to creep up on you as you push deeper and deeper. But your fear will not overcome your determination tonight. Moments pass quietly and seem to grow longer. As you walk in the cold, dark forest, you feel your frustration beginning to turn to anger. Still, you cannot find your way to the grove. The snow is almost blinding you now, and you pull the hood of your cloak closer around you. Your anger turns to exhaustion, and you feel yourself letting go of the fear, the frustration, and the anger as you surrender to emptiness. There is nothing left in you. You are empty, and you feel yourself sink deeper into yourself and into the night. You are tired of fighting with yourself, and you are tired of walking. Yet, in some strange way, letting go of all of it has brought you some solace. You have found a deep inner peace that you had not realized existed before now. You walk on a while longer. You still cannot find your way, and you are about to give up, when you catch sight of what appears to be the mirror in the darkness. You dare to believe it, and you feel hopeful as you get closer, believing that you have finally found the grove. But as you get closer to the clearing, you realize that what you thought was the mirror is not a mirror at all. Instead, it is a lake shining in the darkness. You realize that you have found a place you did not know existed. The snow seems to have slowed, and you take a moment to observe all that surrounds you. Your heartbeat slows, and you begin to breathe normally. You feel a spark of hope in your heart where very recently anger had lived. The feeling seems to warm you from the inside even though it is frigidly cold outside. As you turn your attention back to the lake, you realize that the sky is still dark. Knowing that there is no light to illuminate the lake, you lose sight of your earlier emotions and you make your way to the edge of the lake, fascinated to understand what is causing the illumination. As you do so, you see an odd sight. All around the lake, there are sprigs of green and flowers pushing up from the ground around the snow. The trees are just beginning to bear their buds, and the lake is only partially frozen. It takes a moment for your mind to comprehend all that it is seeing. It is as if the world around you is waking and beginning to renew itself before your very eyes. The lake is eerily still, a mirror reflection of the starless sky above, like a black scrying mirror. You brush the snow off and breathe in deeply of the sweet spring-like air. You realize that the warmth you felt within you is now happening all around you. Even the air is getting warmer. It feels good as you breathe it into your lungs. Pausing for a moment, you forget your cares. You close your eyes and find yourself slowing your mind and your breathing, taking a moment to quiet your inner consciousness from your earlier strife. As you open your eyes, you see something across the lake is slowly coming toward you. It appears to be floating upon the lake. You watch intently, wondering what it is you are seeing. Almost as quickly as you see it, the object has floated effortlessly across the lake and is now in front of you. Only now you realize it is your deity that has come to you. You see that your deity is pointing down to the lake's surface, and you know that you are to look upon the lake's surface. You are to look up again to question. You see that there is only a beautiful white vapor enveloping and protecting you, and the deity is gone. You feel protected and loved as you ready yourself and look upon the lake's surface. For a brief moment you see the face of the deity who is smiling and looking back at you from the surface of the lake. The deity's face is replaced by images you have long sought, the images of your shadow aspects. You allow these thought patterns and images to play out in what almost seems to be three-dimensional scenes and symbols. Like the observer of a play, you see those things that you need to work on, the situations that the shadow has hold over. Though you have emotional feelings towards the projections, you are not attached to those emotions, and you still feel safe. As the images slow down and begin to fade away, you notice that there is someone watching with you on the shore. Knowing this does not startle you because you intuitively understand that it is an aspect of your own consciousness that is with you now, and it means you no harm. Turning, you realize that this is your shadow self made manifest in front of you. Ask the shadow self to help you understand why it is here and what it needs from you to heal. Listen to what this inner you has to say, and spend some time with this aspect of you, and become comfortable with its existence within you. When you are finished, bow in reverence to your shadow aspect, and thank it for helping you to better understand yourself. As you turn to leave, bow to the lake and see your deity smile back at you in approval. As you turn to go back through the forest, notice that the snow has drifted to either side of the path. The walk back to the clearing is much easier now, and you know that you may return to this place in the future. As you walk slowly back, contemplate all that you have learned and take in your surroundings. Make mental notes of any changes in the landscape that may have occurred. When you reach the well, take a moment to check in with yourself about how you are feeling. Pull up the bucket from the well and take a sip of the refreshing waters. As you do so, feel the healing light replenish you and feel yourself come back to your body. Take your time and feel your body reawaken.